Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Occult Chronicles. In the last episode, we briefly went into the backyard and located the witches back there and took their starting quest. We also finished up the attic and explored and completed as many other quests as we could inside the mansion. We drew another story token, though, shortly after seeing the witches, and I've decided that we should probably come down here to the basement now and begin the process of trying to figure out how we can make progress down to the final confrontation, finding the vampire elder in his coffin someplace on basement level 2. Because, believe it or not, we'll be down here for probably at least 2 to 3 story tokens in basement 1. Because of how the basement is all set up. And then that will give us the rest of the time, hopefully in basement 2, to figure out how to actually get to that location where the elder is located. We're looking pretty good with 14 swords and 6 of all our other stats, with max sanity and health at the moment. We picked up quite a few ranged weapons in the last episode. A Remington shotgun and a Thompson SMG. Fantastic. So the best weapons I think in the game, range-wise at least, are ours at the moment. We also picked up a gas mask, immune to gas, so we will suffer no health loss cards if we lose gas-related events, although we can still suffer wounds from them. We gained another psionic discipline when we began using some of our arcana cards, and the third eye is one of the more useful ones, as it allows us to scry cards, I think in almost just about any challenge. Horror, combats, psychic, and sorcery challenges. We've grabbed a few more edges and have leveled up a few more. We are sitting on 6 talismans, that's the most we can possess, with 3 being swords, 1 wands, 1 pentacles, and 1 cups as well to help us with any challenges that we may lose. Looking pretty good for us so far, but it's always looked good for me, or not always, but generally looks good for me when I enter the basement, and then we start losing, and then it's over. The basement's a bit unlike the other parts of the mansion, in so much that there's a lot of backtracking down here, and there's a lot of dead ends, and a lot of long hallways, and a great amount of time can be spent going in the wrong direction before you realize that's the case. This area is filled with traps, and many of these can do significant damage to you, or some of them can kill you outright. Some of them mess with your items and take them from you. Others put you into situations where you will end up dying if you continue to fail the attempts to get out of the trap, and pit traps in particular will be nasty. I usually dread going to the basement. I wish it was more similar to the other places we've been, but it's pretty nasty. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started with this. Now, I don't, again, have a number pad, and so I don't remember the hotkey for checking the floor below us, but somewhere down there is the Elder's room, and we know where it is because we used a crystal ball some time ago. Hopefully, we'll appear somewhere close to it when we eventually head downstairs. A wine cellar, huh? So we might as well walk into this and see what traps are in here, and sure enough, we get a trap immediately. You turn to see a huge barrel rolling towards you. It is almost on top of you. Well, we're going to always be sticking with the left option, because we have 14 swords, which is giving us all this amazing draw for dealing with traps. You have only a split second to react, but you might be able to dodge it with a quick tuck and roll. We have 2 aces in our hand, which is giving us 2 points. We have some decent face cards, 1 of each from each suit, with a King of Wands and Queen of Pentacles being the highest. Let's flip cards. We'll flip at least 3 before I decide if we're going to use Calm Sidestep. 9 of Cups, and I think we won. No, we didn't. We're 1 point short. Knight of Cups, you can take my ace. Ace of Swords, and we can play this page. I don't mess around with traps, and that lets us win this challenge. You tumble to the side in a perfect somersault, completely avoiding the crushing barrel's path. The traps down here, I think, are for the most part unlike ones we've had up above. And many of them will be... there's only one of them. For example, I don't think there's another rolling barrel trap down here. They're all nasty if you fail the encounter. There is another clue token down here somewhere, but I generally don't care to find it. I'm more interested in finding out where the proper way downstairs is located. There also could be secret doors down here, and we might have to get very close to them, like within 2 spaces to find them. But generally, once I choose a direction, I continue going in that direction for as long as I can. Though it is helpful that we started here, because if the way, hopefully this is a small dead end, and the way down is, if the way down here is here, I'll be glad I found it so early. If it's not, then hopefully this doesn't loop around to other sections of the basement and lead me on a wild goose chase looking for the proper way downstairs. Since I do see a locked door, we're going to investigate that. You hear a click and the door behind you shuts and a stone slab descends in front of each door. You then hear the sound of rushing water through pipes, and a moment later the room begins to flood. Based on the rate of the flooding, you think you have about 4 minutes before you will drown. Well, this is a puzzle. Spend a minute looking for a way to deactivate the trap. You decide to search for a switch or button to turn off the flooding trap. These things always have an emergency switch hidden somewhere in case the owner gets stuck in his own trap. Right? Well, I see the Queen of Pentacles, and we don't have a way of dealing with it. This is a lore challenge, so we can use our tattered library. I also see a 3 of Wands. So, let's take that 3 of Wands to start with our 6. And then we flip cards. 9 of Swords. We have a 7. Okay, I'm going to use our tattered library once. I picked a random card, bumped it up 3, and it was our Wands card here. Let's do this again. I guess this is like a book about... Let's just consult traps. Hey, it worked! Perfect. That actually increased our swords to a 10. Lets us take the 9, and now that we played it, remember we have an edge, which places more tricks on the board. It's supposed to occur when we actually, I think, use the diary, but it occurs only when we are able to alter the board somehow. I won't say no to the 2 more tricks. 7 of Wands. We can play our 9, and we've hopefully found the switch. Let's continue to avoid that Queen of Pentacles. Nice. We can take the page with our knight. That worked out. You find the hidden switch and stop the water from pouring into the room. The water drains away, and the doors unlock. You see a large wooden door, all boarded up with planks and heavy nails. Getting through it is going to require some hard, sweaty work. With some effort, you might be able to use the axe to get past a locked door or 2. I do wish the axe had like a maximum number of uses that could be utilized in this fashion, because there's no reason why we shouldn't just always use it. So, okay, we've scryed 2 cards, a Page of Pentacles and a Page of Wands. We can't do anything about the Pentacles because we have no Pentacles cards in our hand, but we can just take the Page of Wands with our Knight. And that lets us win the challenge. Note that we've gained 10 points for this. This is because I think we're getting the value of our King of Cups and Queen of Swords added to our hands as well. I think, after taking this card, or one of them at least. Yes, yep, it was both of them. We earned only 1 point for playing the Queen of Swords. We should keep playing the game. If we can play the King of Cups, we'll earn 1 more point. Generally, that feat is taken in case we don't get very many tricks. We end up with a few face cards in our hand that we can't use, and it gives us the points in that situation. Here, when we have lots of tricks, I'm expecting to actually play at least one of each suit. That wasn't so hard. The way lies open now. More experience points. We can't fit another Hyperborean spell into my inventory, so we're not going to be taking this. And I don't want to take this ranged edge until we can max another one of our current edges so far. Oh, this feels like a trap to me. There's a trap which involves an entire hallway. And I think there's like one door in that hallway. And the whole corridor basically pivots downward to a pit filled with fire. And this feels like this is that trap. Okay, it's not. I do have to step here. Okay, good. Because I need to see if there was a secret door there. There might be a secret door here. There probably isn't, but I need to check. Because if there is one here, and it's the required secret door, I could go everywhere else in the basement level without knowing. So we have to go down every single step. Okay, and there's no secret door. To my knowledge, you cannot fail to find a secret door when you are adjacent to it. You are suddenly face to face with a terrifying winged creature. It has appeared without warning and now hovers directly in front of you. A soft droning sound of wings being flapped vigorously engulfs you. You can't believe what you are actually seeing. The thing seems to blur and shift in appearance before your very eyes. It is a creature straight out of some child's nightmare. You feel an eldritch taint emanating from it, and that alarms you to no end. You struggle to stay calm as the adrenaline rush shoots through your nervous system. This creature is not from this dimension, and it looks hungry. Whether it wants to feast on your spirit or your flesh, you aren't sure at this moment. That's a lot of low numbers. We have 2 aces in our hand. I will always mention the aces just because I'm mentally always keeping track of how often I draw them. And I seem to draw them every single challenge. Like, I'll draw at least 1 ace. In this case, it doesn't matter, because we still win the horror challenge. We, of course, have max sanity as well, so it doesn't matter if we take a few hits to our sanity. And I don't think you can get an instant insanity card from a horror check, nor an impairment, unless there's a special story token drawn. You have seen things far worse than this. You stare the creature down, refusing to give in to the panic. It seems to want to invoke in you. A stalking horror. A creature from the Dreamlands. You can't say whether it was summoned here by a sorcerer or simply slipped through an open gate into this dimension, but you have a big problem on your hands. You remember the briefings. These creatures will feed off of your emotions, especially fear and pain, but they won't mind tearing your body apart to ring the dinner bell. So when it comes to the creatures in the basement, I added magic encounters where they were disabled in the game, but I did not add new encounters to any of the other creatures. I don't recall doing that. And so this stalking horror gives you an example of what the game is normally like, because we don't have a way to deal with this creature magically. Now, we're a physical character, so we don't care about that very much. But if you were a psychic character, this without a weapon, this thing would prove to be a huge pain in the butt right at this moment. And it looks like attacking it physically is good, with 17 draw, 8 tricks, and 7 target number. It'll be 5 target number, 10 tricks, and 9 draw with our Colt 45, which is okay. 5 target, 9 tricks, 10 draw with our shotgun. So basically, these options give us a lower target number. Max tricks anyway at 10, which is a little better than our attacking physically, but significantly less draw. We do have plenty of bullets in our shotgun, don't we? And our Colt 45. Let's use our shotgun once. Single tap or double tap. It's all the same, really. Don't worry about aiming all that much and just stay focused and go for the center of mass. 2 face cards, 1 ace in our hand. Mostly low numbers. Let's see. So, do I want to use heroic feats? So, the reason why I'm also going to be a little more free with my weapons and courage down here is because we actually can gain quite a bit of courage and bullets from some of these encounters, so I don't want to hold back. Let's use Reckless Charge to start. 2 cards have had their values bumped down 2 points, and we drew a card. How many cards did we draw when we use Reckless Charge? Draw X cards. Okay, so I can see we draw the 6 of Pentacles because it's out of number descending order here from left to right. And we also drew the 5 of Cups, so not a very good card draw. But enough that we can take that 4 with the 5 we just drew. Is that one of our only Cups cards? Oh, we could have tied, actually. We could have taken that 4 with this 4. Right. And this used to be a 6. So this was one of the cards that got lowered down because we had a 4 of Cups in our hand already. 9 of Pentacles. Oh my god, I keep clicking the wrong things. Okay. I don't want to use my king on that. I think we'll hold on to the king. Let's use our axe on our 6. Good. It makes it a 10. And now we can take the 9. 9 of Wands. Okay. Do I have a way to... I think I do. Right? Yep. Let's use our Cutlass on our 4. We buff it to a 7. We play it. And then we can use our Machete on it. We buff it up into a page, giving us 3 more points. 10 of Pentacles. Well, now we're going to have to use the king. Interesting, this was a 10. Because we have a 10 here, too. We had a 10 here. Oh, no, we bumped this value up in our hand when we used the axe. Right, okay, gotcha. 6 of Wands. We have a 7 to take you. We're 11 over the target number. I think we just need 1 more point and we'll draw our max number of cards we're allowed. How does this work again? Bump the card value down on a random revealed non-face trick card. That is not going to be useful. We'll just play the ace. We can take that 6 with our 8. We can give the king our 3, and we win. You unleash a series of devastating attacks on the creature. It seems confused at first, but then fights back with a vengeance. But it's too late, and its carcass soon lies on the ground convulsing with a series of wing flaps like it wants to fly away. Okay, so that was a little dead end. Let's verify that this door also leads to nothing important. Uh-oh. I think we investigate this after all. Man, I'm gonna guess there isn't a secret passage there. You've triggered a trap, and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trapdoor swings open. Okay, pit traps. Very dangerous. We really don't want to fail any pit trap challenge that we have. Using your quick reflexes and athletic ability, you make a tremendous leap for the edge of the pit. Let's see. We have a few face cards. And a bunch of not so great number cards, aside from a 9. Let's see what we get. We'll flip over 2 cards before I begin to panic. 10 of Wands? We have a Queen of Wands, don't we? We do. We can play that. We've almost won the challenge. King of Pentacles. You can take our 2. 4 of Pentacles. And we win. Good. We don't have to use Calm Sidestep. Ooh, good thing I flipped the 4 of Pentacles before that Queen showed up. Ooh, tricky challenge. If we weren't able to take the Knight or the 4 or the 10, we could have used an Arcana card on the Queen or at this point in the game in order to guess the points that we needed to win. You quickly pushed off and landed straddling the edge of the pit. You pull yourself up to safety. Now, pits. Let's click on this. So we can try climbing down the pit. But if there's no way out of the pit... Well, okay. Let me phrase this a little bit. Sometimes pit traps have secret doors on the other side of them that will let you get out of the pit on that floor. Sometimes they don't. Crawling up a pit is a lot more difficult than climbing down a pit, and we could end up stuck down in this pit. Normally, I would explore the pit, but since we don't have a rope or grappling hook, we're going to try to find a staircase that leads us down, rather than take an actual pit trap. You see a shimmer of reflected light in the gloom ahead and stop dead in your tracks. Then you begin to hear a sound. You can't quite make it out at first. It sounds like something being peeled away from a sticky surface. A massive, transparent cube-like thing slithers into view from out of the darkness. Trapped inside it are bones. Human bones. The very iconic gelatinous cube. The sight of a green cube slithering down a hallway is enough to send anyone over the edge. You don't want to be eaten by one of these things. Being slowly digested alive is not on your dance card this evening. Horror challenge. We have pentacle cards. We do. We can have our 8, Mr. 2. 6 of cups. You can have our king. Guess we have to take the 3 with our knight. Knight of swords. You can take our 2. We've won the challenge. I am still going to continue to play the game, since we can win bullets from this, or experience points. Usually things far worse than this. You were part of the cleanup crew that sanitized the mess that was left over from the attack of the giant blob that terrorized New Jersey. Yeah, I remember this. I mean, I was living here at the time. That was a really rough time. Back in the 70s, I think, right? Remember the Blob song that came out afterwards. For courage. That's pretty nice. Reckless charge. Oh, good. All maxed out again. A green cube. They are scavengers that roam the hidden places of the earth and are always in search of a meal. You heard that they were only found in the lost city of Iron, but their appearance here doesn't surprise you in the least. This place seems to be Grand Central Station for attracting the otherworldly and bizarre. You remember the briefings. These things are surprisingly mobile over short distances when disturbed. Your best bet is to go around them if you can. Contact with the fluids on bare skin has an I can't pronounce it. Numbing effect, and should be avoided. Getting trapped inside and you are almost surely a goner. We have a good chance to just beat it the hell up. So I think we'll do that. We could try running from it. What's our running? Oh, wow. Not very good. With only 6 draw and 7 target number? 10 tricks? No, we're going to attack it. You remind yourself not to get sucked into the creature and avoid contact with its fluids. That makes fighting it tough, but you think you can handle it. We have 2 kings in our hand, pentacles and swords. We have 2 aces in our hand, pentacles and swords. We should win this battle without me needing to do anything else, because we only need 5 more target number. So let's just flip cards this time. And we could win if I play the King of Pentacles right now, but I'm going to play this a little more risky, and we'll play the 4 to start. 6 of Wands. You can have our 7. Knight of Pentacles. We can play our King of Pentacles. And now we have absolutely demolished this creature. We can take the 6 with our page. Take that ace with our 8. Take that page with our king. Take that 9 with our 10. And we've won. Holy crap, we annihilated this poor thing. You won the battle. The creature seems to collapse in on itself and form a green liquid pool around a pile of bones that were trapped within it. We keep going. I don't really want to search this room, but I need to at least get on the outskirts to look for secret passages. And there was none. A dungeon room. Some chests here, nothing else. There could actually be a secret passage like here, so we need to still walk in that. Well, we'll walk back here later if we had to double back. Okay, crap. Two dead-end passages. We have to investigate. Another pit trap. Once again, we try leaping for the edge. We have a king, a queen, and 2 knights of different suits. We can probably win this without too much worry. I'm going to play the king on that ace, which seems like a real waste, but we do have the Queen of Pentacles to take another high Pentacles card if it comes down to it. And we've won the challenge. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate, and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tip killers heading your way. Duck and roll. We'll be ducking and rolling every single time because of all the card draw we get. Holy crap, this is an amazing hand for this particular trap. We have almost all the kings except for the King of Cups, which showed up on the battlefield, as it were. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. No secret passage. We are just avoiding pits. You hear the mechanism click and see motion out of the corner of your eye. A large pendulum swings down at your location at a tremendous rate of speed. It looks like it could cut you in half. Instinctively duck and roll away from the falling blade. I see a Queen of Swords, a Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, and we have 1 ace. I'm willing to use Calm Sidestep this time. In case you guys have forgotten, we pick a card. If it's a face card, we're going to earn 8 points. Whether it is or isn't, I believe we get to draw a card. Yes! A King of Wands. Not a good one to have drawn because we can't do anything about it, but we earn 8 points immediately. And because we had, I think, 2 aces in our hand, we had 1 ace in our hand, and that lets us win the challenge just like that. Perfect. Here you go. You can have our ace, Mr. King. Ace of Swords. We drew a Page of Swords because it's out of numerical order, as it were, or value. I guess we'll play the Queen of Swords and win the challenge with even more. We'll play our Page of Swords and win that challenge too. It looks like we didn't need to actually use Calm Sidestep, but I am glad to win this challenge by quite a bit over the target number. You tuck into a roll and come up 4 feet away unscathed. Now, you have noticed by now that there tends to be traps at the very end of hallways, but we have to walk down them anyway because we need to know if there's a secret door there. Lots of dangerous traps down here. This also means I need to walk into that spot. It certainly doesn't seem like there'll be a secret door there. And there isn't, okay. There's no secret door in either of these two places, though there could be a clue token here, so we'll investigate. The rats come towards you like an immovable force of nature. There seem to be 100 of them. If they overwhelm you, you fear you might not be able to get back up. We really should just beat him up. Is there an exterminator in the house? You're outnumbered, but not outgunned. You have a single ace, king of cups, king of wands, king of pentacles. These rats are not winning this encounter. I'll take the ace with our 3 to start. I'll take that 4 with our page. I'll take that 9 with our king. We'll take that 9 with that king. 7 with our 10. 2 with the 4. Can't do anything about the wands card, and we win. You kill dozens, wound even more, and fling yet more away. At some point, they seem to break, like they were being controlled by a single will, and then scatter and flee. Okay, so we searched everything on that side so far and did not find the proper way down. Just 2 pits. Probably isn't anything in here worth investigating, but we need to check. Another dart trap. We will instinctively duck and roll past this as well. We have quite a few face cards, so I'm not really too worried about this. I'll take the ace with our 6 to start. Good. We can take the 9 with our page. We're 1 point shy. Good. Okay. If I didn't flip over a Pentacles card, if it was another Wands, I would have used Calm Sidestep on one of the last 2 cards to see if we could maybe get a few extra points. I'd be worried about losing the encounter. We have to investigate. Zombies! You hate these guys. This place certainly knows how to keep you on your toes. Just don't build a summer home here. You know, I'm going to shoot him, just because we can. We'll use our Colt 45. The power behind these slugs will bring most living things to their knees, and even the undead will feel a hefty kick. We're going to try going all Resident Evil on them. Oh, bad card draw, though. 1 ace, 1 page. The rest are middling number cards. So let's use some courage here to help us. 6 random cards have had their values bumped down 6, and we get to draw 6 more cards. Only one of those, though, was a face card. So that tells us there's probably nothing but faces up here. Let's start flipping. Page of Wands. Okay. Yep. So this is how this is gonna go down, huh, game? Let's use the third eye. Oh, okay. I see 2 aces of wands, ace of pentacles. That's very acceptable. Unfortunately, I have to tell you about this page of wands right now. We have no other wands cards, so this is a bit awkward. Let's flip the ace of pentacles and take it with our ace. I have another wands card? We do have another wands card. Wow, game. Screw you too. Because it was... Okay, I can't do anything about those aces. I have no wands cards in my hands. Yeah, we lost. How about that? That's awful. Let's look really quick. Roll 1 bone, then bump the card values down on X. Random revealed non-face trick cards minus X. Let's use the Blade Dances just to draw a card. It was a Knight of Swords, not a Wands card. I need card draw. What does this do? That will let us transform face cards into not face cards. And I should have waited till I drew this one, but we'll select those. We took the 6, which lets us win. We took this 6, which lets us win as well. That was tricky. You won the battle. Dismembered zombie bodies still twitch around on the floor, putting on quite the show. Alright, that's the last time I use something for fun. We should always be attacking because of the card draw we gain. This room first. Nothing there. Okay, so everything to the right was a massive dead end. There was no reason to go down here. You have doubts that you have the correct tools to face this threat. They should have issued you something before you set out on this trip. Let's take a look at that clue token. Sorry token. All challenges that involve pentacles as the primary suit receive a -1 numbered modifier number of trick cards placed on the board while this story icon is active. So using magic is going to be very difficult for us. Now we have to double all the way back. This was the wrong way to go. You can see why the basement is kind of difficult. You spend a lot of time just going back and forth down passages you've already been down. We really can't afford to fail a fight against a gelatinous cube, so I'm going to use the king right away. And we won. The 10 is definitely not up here. Very good. Destroyed another cube. No courage or bullets, though. That's a shame. Must devour both courage and bullets, apparently. Inside its slimy self. Just occurred to me I should have backed up the save file before I walked in the basement. Normally I do that. This way, if I lose the game, I can try to figure out where the proper way to go would have been. Because I tend to lose the game here in the basement due to running out of time. And it's why we came down here as early as we did. There's nothing... Well, we have to still check these 2 spaces. Alright, there's nothing in that room. You see something flittering in the dark and think at first it must be a bat. Then suddenly you realize that the darkness is actually moving. You recoil in horror as a creature seems to materialize out of the inky darkness. The creature seems positively demonic. Its eyes seek to pierce your soul and wound your spirit. You must stand strong. We can take the 5 with our 8, take the page with our king, take that 6 with our 9, and now we won the horror challenge. Give the king our 2. That's the only cups card we have. It's over. We'll take the 6 with our knight, take that 4 with our 9, and give that 5 our ace. A dusk gaunt. Its slick rubbery black skin and sinuous bat wings project a disturbing appearance. This is a creature from beyond your own dimension. You remember the briefings from the odd threat assessment lectures. They originate in the Dreamlands, a warren of interconnected dimensions said to be inhabited by powerful ascended beings. These creatures are not to be taken lightly, and they are lethal in a fight. As you came here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, you know the rest. Let's see, we have a single king and 2 pages. The rest are number cards. We have 2 aces. 2 of swords. We can take that with our 5. 2 of cups. We'll take that with our 3. 9 of swords. We do that with our 10, and we have won the challenge without needing to use anything else. King can have our 3. 10. Let's use our axe to take that 10. Queen can have our ace. Oh, I didn't realize we had the King of Wands in our hand. That's a shame. We lost a point there, but we still were able to use that. You won the battle. The creature evaporates into a wispy cloud of black smoke. Edge upgrade. Nice. Can we finish another edge? We can finish Lucky Bullets. Could finish Hyperborean Music of the Spheres. I think Lucky Bullets is what we're going to finish. 2% more chance to get bullets during any challenge that we win. And now I can take another ranged edge. And let's see. We don't really need the... Oh, actually, we do kind of need the encumbrance. We're at 12 of 14 points here. This sounds like this would lower the encumbrance value of all of our ranged weapons by 1. Which will free up, I think, 3 more encumbrance. We could reduce the ammo cost the first time we use a ranged weapon in combat, but I'm probably not going to do that. If you possess at least 1 rifle, X additional cards are drawn at the start of the challenge for X level of the edge. Bump up value doesn't... I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. A bit risky. Not worth it. Alright, so then let's choose... Let's use Arm to the Teeth and see how this works. X is subtracted from the total encumbrance points of any ranged item cards in your inventory for the purposes of determining how many encumbrance points are worth of cards you have in your swords inventory, where X is the value of the edge. So we choose that. And this should have dropped this. Really? Read the edge again? That doesn't do what I thought it was going to do. It does what I'm sorry. It does what I thought it would do, but not what I was hoping it would do based on the text I read. Let's go look at that really quick. Where is that? New edge. I don't forget what it's called. What's it called? Astounding Energy, Lucky Bullets, Bargain Demon, Torque Sense, sort of. It's not those. It's probably can only be upgraded once, I'm guessing, too. Let's see. It's Arm to the Teeth. Arm to the Teeth. X is subtracted from the total encumbrance points of any ranged item card. So that makes it sound like each ranged item card has X subtracted from its weight value, but that's not what it does. It lowers just your sword's encumbrance by the value instead. Not worth it. Too late now. Okay. Oh, man. Which path could it be in? Let's go right. You feel your foot press down on the pressure plate, and then hear the click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath you. We roll out of the way. And with that single king, we win. With our second king, we win even more. Take that 10 with that knight. Take that 8 with that knight. Give that queen our ace. Man, I hate doing this. But I need to know if there's a secret passage down there. I guess on the way back we can check that. Another pendulum. We'll try to get out of the way of this one, and we do so immediately. Not a threat. Three of Wands. I'll take it with the 7. It was a mistake. We still win without any significant trouble. Bullets! Or a fortune. A hit point. The bullets are what I'm really interested in. We can refill our Colt. And our shotgun. Okay, good. There wasn't a secret passage at least here. There might have been one on the sides, but I'm going to guess there probably isn't. Let's go ahead and hack down this door as well. We see a 9 of swords and a 6 of pentacles. We can leave those there at the moment unflipped. 3 of swords. We can take that with our 7. 5 of cups. We have no cups cards in our inventory. We can take the 9 of wands. Okay, so if this is a page, a queen of pentacles, I don't want to flip it. So let's flip this. Flip the 9. And now flip this card. Because if this is a king of swords or a higher than a page pentacles face card, I don't want to have to play something on it right away. Okay, it was a wands card anyway. We hack it down. Another Aura Fortune. Give me all the luck. And the only thing we can take now is a Hyperborean spell. But we don't have the inventory space to carry it, unfortunately. Oh man, that's a big room. A large cavern. Oh man. You feel your foot hit the tripwire and then hear the rumbling of rocks as they drop from the ceiling. A ton of rocks coming down on your head could really hurt. Reflex evasion move. Let's see. We have 2 aces, which gives us 2 points. And we only have face cards. We have 2 queens of 2 suits, obviously, and a king of swords. We flipped over a page of wands. We have the queen for it, and it lets us win the challenge. You tuck and roll and come up on your knees away from the pile of rocks that would have entombed you. Oh man, we could take the whirlpool to fall down a floor. It might lead us to where we need to be. It would give us a chance to see if there's anything down there. Altar of Algakulkatin, the Devourer. Suddenly you notice the air around you begin to shimmer. You've entered some strange type of dimensional gate and begin to feel a little dizzy. As you fight to balance yourself, the shimmer clears ahead of you, and you are confronted with a gaping stone maw carved into the living rock. You feel an evil presence emanating from the large stone mouth, and stepping back slightly, you recognize the disturbing visage that belongs to the evil orifice from your odd training. You seem to have stumbled upon a pocket dimension that serves as a temple to Agakukutin, the Devourer, an elder god of immense power. A growing sense of hunger seems to envelop you. It's a sentient, malevolent force that is seeking to overwhelm your psychic defenses. Giving into the hunger might drive you over the edge into complete insanity. You're confronted by the malevolent will of this creature, the Devourer, and it threatens to crush your very soul. You must fight to keep your sanity. Welcome to the altars. The first one we're encountering down here. I think the way it's supposed to work is that when you destroy one of these altars, the creatures that served it are supposed to be removed from the levels. But as far as I can tell, they still spawn, even if you destroy these. There's a good chance to get some decent rewards if you destroy the altar here, but it's going to be tricky to do so. 12 target number for a horror challenge. We've got 3 faces, but 2 knights and 1 page. Some okay number cards. Actually, no, only 1 good number card. The rest are piddly. 1 ace. I'm not going to use the third eye. I'd rather just lose some sanity if it comes down to it. Let's start flipping. Ace of wands. I will take you with our 3. Queen of pentacles. You can have our 2. 4 of wands. I'm a little nervous now that we won't be able to use the knight further afield, so we'll use the knight here. We have cups. Only a 6 for that 7. We can play this Knight of Swords to take that 2, and we're 1 point shy of winning, and we lose this encounter. You feel completely empty inside. You know that nothing can satiate the growing hunger inside of you. The need for something that you can't even describe is driving you insane. The giant stone face and jagged maw transfix your attention. You feel the hunger inside you growing by the minute. Soon your thoughts wander to the mouth in front of you. You feel drawn towards it. Feeding it might somehow satiate your own hunger? Odd thoughts begin to multiply. You realize that you must act quickly, or you will soon give in to the hunger that threatens to consume you. You can actually apparently just leave these alone, which is interesting. But we're going to, of course, destroy it. You might be able to psychically damage the altar enough to sever its connection to Aglakukatin, the Devourer. At the very least, you will have some fun tweaking the nose of a dark elder being and making a friend for life. Well, let's go ahead and desecrate it. Or desecrate it. We'll do both to it. Decent hand. We got some face cards. No kings, but still good. We also drew 2 aces. Thank you, Justice. I think we'll just flip cards at this moment. King of Wands. We can't do anything about you, so we'll give you the 7. 10 of Swords. We have a Queen of Swords we can use to you to win the challenge. 4 of Swords. We can take you with our Knight. Queen of Cups. Give you the 2. 6 of Pentacles. We'll use our Knight because this is effectively over. Ace of Cups. We have a 9 for you. 2 of Wands. We can use our Queen, and we absolutely demolish this altar. You manage to tip the altar over and crack off large sections of the face. You briefly sense despair turning into anger, but with a sudden snap, the connection to Aglakukatin the Devourer is broken. The air begins to shimmer rapidly, and you move quickly to leave the pocket dimension before it collapses. Some good rewards from these usually can show up. Judgment. You receive +2 card draws and +2 trick cards for any persuasion or deception challenges while this card is in your inventory. Not too useful at this point, given that we won't be needing persuasion or deception. But I won't say no to another Arcana card. 6 more courage as well. This is probably a gigantic mistake, everyone, but I'm going to assume that there's no secret passages in these rooms. And we're going to aim for the door on the far side of the whirlpool instead. I say it's a mistake because I really should... Well, let's check this one at least, I suppose. Okay, nothing in there. Could be a clue token, but I'm more interested in actually getting downstairs. You are making your way on the narrow ledge around the giant whirlpool. The ground beneath your feet suddenly crumbles and gives way. Off balance, you begin to fall into the swirling water. Even as you try to find a way to stable ground, in the back of your mind is the thought that falling into that watery maw would most likely mean drowning. And even if you didn't drown, you'd have no idea where that thing ends up. You instinctively decide to launch yourself for the adjacent ledge. You hope your athleticism and quick reflexes will save you yet again. So far, we've been able to rely on this. And with good face cards here, and 1 ace, should it let us win this challenge without too much difficulty. I hate you, Queen of Swords. Here, take her 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Well, we just barely won. Only Pentacles and Swords showed up, and we weren't able to do much with the King and Queen of Swords that did. Holy crap. You make it look easy. With a graceful 1-2 step, you land on the adjacent ledge with nary a hair out of place. Well done, Mr. Bond. End of file. That's a bit awkward. We'll have to make that test again if we go back this way. We're going to skip searching these for secret passages now. Oh, a lurking tentacle creature. As the tentacles whip out of the hole and wrap themselves around your leg, you immediately wonder why you ignored the obvious signs of danger, like blood trails smeared all over the ground. I didn't even see them. The shock of being dragged to your doom threatens to overwhelm you before you're eaten and ingested. Dead Space would be so proud. I hate you, King of Swords. I hate you. 7 of Wands. We can take that with our 9. This is just a horror challenge, though, so I shouldn't panic too much about this, because it doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. You've seen things far worse than this. You've gotten out of worse situations than this as well. The tentacles wrap around your legs, slamming you around on the ground and slowly drag you towards a hole where a large, gaping, beaked maw awaits. You better think of something fast. Reminds me of Dead Space. You think you can break their grip on your legs. With a target number of 4, this should hopefully... Okay, that's about to say that should be all we need to do. I just realized we only drew like 5 cards. Holy crap, that was not a good card draw, but thankfully we're able to play both our faces. And before we had to use them on tougher cards. You kick and twist and roll, breaking the tentacles' grip on your legs. You are not yet safe, however. They pull back and ready themselves to lash out at you again. The taint of eldritch magic permeates the monster. You have heard stories of these dwellers below, but you never thought you would actually encounter one. There could be an entire colony down here. It's big and strong, and who knows how much of it is hidden in that little hole has dug for itself, but you think you can kill it. Let's do it. 2 aces. 2 queens and a bunch of other wands cards. Some good number cards. Let's go ahead and use Reckless Charge to start. 4 random non-face cards have had their values bumped down 4, and we drew 4 more cards, and none. Oh, and we drew an actual King of Swords, Queen of Swords, I think, and a Page of Pentacles. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not used to actually drawing useful cards after I use Reckless Charge. And apparently we didn't even need them. But I'll go ahead and use them anyway to make sure we totally annihilate this thing, or as close to annihilate it as we can get. Really? We didn't get to play any of my Wands cards because we had the only Wands card was a King of Wands on the board. How about that? I don't think we would have won if we hadn't used Reckless Charge, actually. And the card draw is what let us win this. I'm pretty sure. Is that right? No, we had an ace. Actually, if we didn't use Reckless Charge, we would have lost this, and I would have had to dip into my Arcana cards to win the challenge. After fighting away the creature's tentacles, you get in close and mortally wound its body. The tentacles fall limp. I see the hole here, but I see no blood in this passageway. Oh, what the heck? We're at the very tip of the map. I don't see a door on the other side of this area, but there could be one there. Just a secret. What's our choices, Tim? Oh my god, look how much we've explored. Oh, this sucks. Oh man, everyone, it's a story token to go back the way we came. I think we do need to investigate this passage and see if there's a secret door over here. Come on, let's do it. We have another... So there's going to be quite a few of these clefts falling, but we need to check them. Because we need to cross this. Thankfully, this was not difficult at all, thanks to our amazing hand. If there's no secret door over here, I'm going to be kind of upset, game. I'm kind of upset, game! Nothing. Alright, so be it. At least we know. Now, by the way, everyone, everything on this floor, it's the same downstairs a floor. It's exactly the same. It's a series of winding passages. And you gotta just figure out where the staircase is. And it's a lot of time spent downstairs to find it. have to walk in here because there could be a secret passage here. And there isn't one. We could... Oh, really? Okay, we have another lurking tentacle creature. I'm just going to try to get this done as fast as possible. So we don't have to pass the horror check again, thankfully. I thought we killed the game. Didn't we kill this creature? Now it's back again. I guess there's multiples of them down there. Thankfully, we're not stepping back here ever again. Grenade tripwire trap. That's it, it's a tripwire grenade trap. You look over and see the wire pull the pin from the grenade on the wall next to you. You have seconds to react. Once again, we rely on our reflex evasion moves. We have 2 kings. 3 kings. Okay, so it's not lucky that we failed this. In fact, we did not do so. Once again, I'm not willing to mess around with most of the traps that are down here. You tuck and roll and cover your head as the grenade detonates, leaving you with a ringing in your ears, but no permanent harm. There won't be a secret door on this side. We could try falling into the whirlpool to end up a floor below, but there's no guarantee that where we end up would be the right place to go. So we're just going to continue to attempt... Oh, we got 3 aces in our hand this time. But we won the challenge. We will attempt to find the proper way downstairs. I have to check this room. Nothing. We should check this hallway to the very end. It's a swinging log trap. You feel your foot trigger the tripwire and it's too late. A huge log swings down on a chain directly towards you. Once again, we rely on our instincts. We got 3 aces, but we also have some good face cards. And we win the challenge just like that. I know I've praised her before, but I will never, ever get rid of Justice if ever I draw her as an Arcana card. It was because of Justice that we won this challenge, actually. That was not enough points to win normally. That's also a dead end. Despite the daunting odds, you feel a growing sense of optimism that you can accomplish this mission. A positive story card. Story token. All successful challenges that involve cups as a primary suit have a 10% chance of generating a random Gain Courage card as a result, when a no result card is drawn while this story icon is active. So it wasn't up there. And that was 2 story tokens, and we're still no closer to finding the way down, everyone. I have to check. Nothing. So the way down must be up this way. An abomination of Lizguleth. You see movement out of the corner of your eye, up on the ceiling. You turn to face it and it freezes you dead in your tracks. A creature from some drug-addled nightmare hangs from the ceiling, silently observing you. You stand facing it and suddenly it begins to chew on something and then spits out a gob of bones covered in green bile. They land at your feet with a rattling noise. You feel an unearthly presence that accompanies this strange monster. An aura of elder magic radiates from the creature, and you are very afraid. Uh-oh. I'll risk that we can use the queen up ahead and play her now. And that was a good gamble there, Tim. That's what let you win the challenge. You see things far worse than this. Remember stories told by your instructors of creatures that visited our dimension from those ruled by elder gods. This just might be what you're facing here. You've heard about creatures such as this one. They are called abominations, and this one in particular belongs to Lizguleth, the Blind, an elder god of tremendous power. There must be a pocket dimension containing an altar nearby. Once sanctified to Lizguleth, the Blind, the altar will periodically spit one of these things out. You remind yourself to be very careful. These creatures are empowered by dark elder magic, and are exceptionally lethal. So the game had the option to use sorcery against these creatures, but it was commented out. So all I did for these creatures in my version of the game was uncomment out these options. They're not the best because they use, like in this case, it uses cups, not actual magic here. But I felt like it would be appropriate to use this down here. We're still going to, however, beat up with our fists because that's what we do. And we did it. And we're just going to play all our face cards immediately and just demolish this thing without using anything else. A large green mouth spits out a jet of green bile and the monster falls to the ground. Then the entire creature evaporates into a brown mist. We have no doubt sent it back to its creator. Firebomb. Let's take a look at that together. And some courage. A firebomb. One challenge used only. Roll one bone and bump the card values down on all non-face trick cards not yet revealed where -X, where X, -1, is the number of swords or cups rolled. So it's not very good. We should probably use it the first chance we get to get it out of our inventory. A dungeon door. We will chop it down. We have a fantastic chance to succeed at this. So let's flip over the 5 of cups to use our ace. Oh, actually, we don't have a good chance at this. We only have, once again, only a limited amount of card draw. But we win because we only had to take one card successfully. The scry was helpful for us to see it. And we get the value of our Queen of Wands in our hand if we're not able to play her up here. Actually, even if we are able to play her up here, we can still keep her in our hand and gain the points from having her there. But we get one more point if we can play her. You step on a pressure plate and then hear a loud humming echo, a large humming sound echo throughout the room. It sounds like some type of electronic equipment springing to life. Suddenly you feel a tremendous force pulling you towards a nearby large metal wall. Actually, it's not pulling you, rather it's pulling anything metal that you have in your possession, and the force is growing exponentially. Acting on pure instinct, you drop down and roll away from the trap, hoping that your momentum will take you to safety. The less metal that you have, the easier this will be. We have a good chance of this, thanks to a King of Swords and Queen of Cups, but do we have anything else? A Page of Pentacles. Let's use our calm sidestep here. Wasn't a face card, so we don't gain anything there, but we will take that with our king, and we've won the challenge. You can feel every piece of metal that you are carrying pull against you briefly, but then suddenly you are clear of the field and safe. You feel lucky that you didn't lose anything valuable. I thought this was a way down. You see a narrow plank bridge. Bridging a huge collapsed section of the floor. You test the plank with your foot. It seems sturdy enough. You look down but can't penetrate the darkness below. You see the outlines of rubble and debris from the collapsed floor and judge that it is at least 30 feet down. That's a very long way to fall. We'll walk carefully across the plank. Slowly and steadily wins the race. You decide to carefully balance yourself across the wooden plank. You always ace the odd obstacle course. Besides, you don't need to be a master ninja to get across this. Indeed we don't, but we need to get something else that's not hopefully a Pentacles card up here. And we did, and we win. That was easy. With slow and steady steps, you navigate your way across the plank without falling. But there was nothing over there, so that was a waste. Though it is a way down, if you want to try to fail the challenge. Another huge log trap. We'll try to evade beyond it. And we do so. Oh, come on, game, please! I just want to find the way down. We've spent a lot of time down in this basement already. This is so annoying. Probably not in that room. Once again, everyone, there are secret passages, so we need to be aware of them. We haven't found any yet, but if we do find one, we're going to want to have located it. Oh, man. I think we're losing this, everyone. We're spending way too much time on this particular floor. Let's try hacking down this door. We can take that. We can take that. We'll just win. Not the way down. Let's go this way anyway and check this door. Check this door. Another pit trap. We once again try springing for the edge. I think, everyone, if we draw another story token, we're not going to have any choice but to start going down pits and pray we can find the way down to the Elder's basement before we, the Elder's room, before we draw 2 more story tokens. It's not in this room. I hate you, Abomination. You're just slowing me down. Please, I just want to find out where the way down is. We have no trouble beating it up. Webley Mark 6, another pistol. 6 courage, 10 courage, tons of courage. We only needed 1 for calm sidestep. What's the Wembley do? Select a non-face card in hand and bump its card value up +3. Well, that's pretty good, actually. This would be a torture chamber guy. Yep, demented torturer. You hear the screams before you even see him. Suddenly from out of the gloom, a demented little man wielding a bloody butcher's knife materializes with that look on his face that you've seen before. You've interrupted his fun, and now he's intent on having you join the party. You decide that you can show the twisted little freak a thing or two about fun. We have 1 ace, and that's a bunch of... We have no face cards in our hand. Really? Reckless charge to start. We drew 1 page card. Let's use our firebomb here. Right, that gets rid of it. Yep. Let's use our 3rd eye here. Okay, so we see an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Pentacles. So let's take that Ace of Wands with our Ace of Wands. We can take that Ace of Pentacles with our 3. Take that Ace with our 4. And now we won the challenge. Quite a tough little guy here. The demented sadist twitches on the floor, having some quality time with his own butcher's knife. You move towards what sounds like soft whimpering, interspersed with sporadic gagging as if someone was choking on something. Stretched out on the table is a man who seems to have undergone a horrible vivisection. You've never seen someone still alive while most of their internal organs have been removed. Not a very good card draw for us. This is going to be a tough horror check to pass. Oh, but we do pass it thanks to that Ace of Cups showing up. You've broken into more than 1 Chamber of Horrors since joining the Odd. You see a human victim strapped to some type of torture rack. Surgical instruments are laid out on a nearby table. Attached to the victim's face is a large spiked metal helmet, whose sole purpose seems to be to inflict pain. You can hear the victim weeping softly. He must be in an immense amount of pain. Listen carefully and believe you can hear him saying, "Kill me." Let's do that, if we can. Well, 2 aces and a king. Hopefully Wands shows up here. We can win the challenge. Otherwise, this goes very badly for us as we just prolong his suffering. Oh, screw you, game. No wand showed up. We're gonna use an Arcana card here. I don't feel like prolonging his agony. Let's use Judgment. You quickly deliver a death blow. You hope his soul is now at peace. Psychic Pushback is why we take a point of damage despite winning that challenge. Oh, we'll come back for that. I want to hope that's not the way we have to go. Let's try crossing this. The rocks are placed strategically across the swift-flowing underground stream. The water is icy cold, and the mist from the waterfall has created a slippery sheen on the stepping stones. You can also see some lichen or moss growing on them. It shouldn't be terribly difficult to cross, but the stones might be slippery. You also note the swirling eddy where the water from the stream empties down into a subterranean shaft. If you fell in and got sucked down there, you would probably drown. Alright, you decide to carefully balance yourself across the racks. Extending your arms out to your sides, you stride forward like a circus performer perched on a tightrope. We win. I'm just gonna start winning these challenges, everyone. We don't really need anything. That's easy. With slow and steady steps, you navigate your way across the rocks without falling. Okay. I guess that's good. You feel the pressure plate depress under your foot and hear the sizzling sound as a spray of acid hurtles towards you. Let's try the duck move that we've been relying on so far. We have wands cards in our hands. We'll use the queen so we don't fail the challenge. Now we use our king. And we have won. Your instincts and quick reflexes win the day, and you are not maimed or scarred by the acid. Oh! Let's try the rat nest. Everyone, we've lost. We've lost. We spent way too much time choosing paths that were not the correct way to go. And we still have so many other doors to check for the staircase down. Let's go this way since we're close to this path. We're going to play another 5 minutes here, but then we'll call the session. And everyone, I have an awful feeling about this. The way down is not in here, so we're going to skip that room. This is the only spot I believe you're actually able to step into that room on. Let's hack down this door. We see a Queen of Swords and a 3 of Swords. Since we only have a 9 of Swords, we'll do this. We had 3 aces in our hand as well. Is that right? No, we're earning the points for the Page of Pentacles here. We can still use it and win the challenge. Hack the door down. Holy Ores of Fortune. Nothing. Another abomination. Oh, we defeated the shrine for this. The text for these is exactly the same as all other abomination texts. We've already read Lizogoth's, so I'm just going to skip reading any of the other abominations texts. And we win. Can I get more points? You see things far worse than this. Old-timers at the Odd Academy called these gibbering mouthers. This looks like the king of them, but you are not afraid. We'll try beating it up, because that's what we do to everything we encounter. Ooh, off. No, not a very good hand. 1 ace, a bunch of other low cards, decent numbers of cups, 2 faces for cups, but we can still probably do this. Let's see. Where is my axe? Gives us the 10 we need. I can't do anything about a Knight of Pentacles. We can't do anything about a King of Swords. We can potentially turn this into a page and take that page. tons of courage when we're fighting these creatures. No secret passages. This is not the right way to go. We're just aiming for... Okay! Crap. So there is a... No, there's that door, but that's the only door that could potentially... If it's not behind that door, then... Can I just run from this? No, the answer is no, Tim. No, you can't. Fine, then we kill it like everything else. I don't know why'd I attempt to run. It doesn't make this any faster. It's not faster to play this game, Tim, to run from a creature. It's faster for you to kill it. Because you'll win that challenge and not lose courage or anything else horrible happening to you, like potentially getting a wound. There could be secret passages in these rooms, but I'm going to guess at this point that if there is a secret passage leading down to the basement, I mean, it's not guaranteed to be there. On the third story token, your odds of killing the Elder after it's awakened from its sleep in its coffin drop drastically from slim to almost none. I know that game. All challenges that have at least one instant... All evade trap challenges have at least one instant death result card generated when the challenge is failed, while this door icon is active. So now traps have a chance to always kill us if it comes down to it. It's supposed to be this passage so you go down. Another gas trap. We could die from this now. There's always an instant death trap here, so now we really need to win these challenges. We do so here. A hunchback. That's promising. I mean, it's just a random encounter. But it would be pretty thematic if the way we need to go down is right on the other side of this door. But if it's not, everyone, I think it's over for us. Because that means there's a secret passage somewhere. And as so many other years, we lose because I didn't go right when I should have gone, when I should have taken that option. Not the way down, but another stairs. Another door, that is. Sorry, no stairs yet. That's it! Alright, we've lost! That sucks! Are there any doors we haven't tried? Because now we have to kind of walk into rooms and continue to search them thoroughly. But everyone, it's over. We've lost that door. How do we get there? That's near the entrance. Oh, let's search for secret passages here first. Nothing. Let's see. We have to go this way. Let's kill some zombies. I've always found the basement to be really, really aggravating. Because through no fault of your own, only that you just chose the wrong direction. And you chose it multiple times. And because you're playing with the story mode enabled, you run out of time, and that's it. You just lose because you didn't choose the correct direction to go in. On the other hand, if it wasn't for this, there would be no challenge for us at this point in the game. Because nothing's going to be able to kill us other than running out of time. Always seems just a little cheesy to me that we run, that we have all the power we need, but weren't able to wield it at all. Please be the way down. You see a sealed large door that is controlled by a station of levers. Some of the levers have bright metal handles, while others are topped with ornate carved wooden figures depicting human figures writhing in torment. We don't have a good chance of doing either of these, but we have to choose one. You notice some levers have less dust on them than others. You also can't help but notice that... Hold on, this is a lock challenge, so we should actually do this, not perception. Examine the lever control panel and notice a small access shaft on the bottom side. With a little effort, you might be able to manipulate the level controls to your advantage. Well, we can take the Ace of Cups with our 2. We get the points for our King, but we still need to be able to find a Wands card that our 9 of Wands can take up here. And the King won't do it. Oh, but the Knight of Swords will let us play our King and win the challenge. Give me a big enough lever and I will move the world. Or not. Sometimes you don't need a lever at all. A little clever ingenuity can save the day. The levers shudder into place and the lock mechanism clicks to open the door. Please be the way down. Yes! Where is it? It's not too far from us. You know what? Let's just make this a really long episode, everyone, and we're going to try to go for the ending right now. Alright, there it is. So we need to get there somehow. We've got 2 story tokens. Well, technically 1 story token left. We drew this one not too long ago. We can draw one more. But then when this one gets drawn, if we have not found our way to one of these coffins and figured out which one it is and killed... that was a weird sound effect I just made. I was about to say put a stake through the creature's heart, but we're just going to tear his head off, probably fill it with lead. We will have lost. So we got to get over there. The good news is we kind of see where we're aiming for, so let's hack through this door. We see the 10 of Pentacles. We could use our page. I'm going to leave the 4 of Wands there and flip over other cards. We can take that 3 with our 10. Wow. We can take that 4 with our King. Come on, Tim. You can... yes! We get an edge upgrade as well. Okay, what are we taking? I don't need Arm to the Teeth. We can bump our cards up beyond pages if we use our machete, for example, if we take that up and upgrade. I don't really need more points docked. We don't need... what can I do again? We can use our lore book in extra time if we wish. I think we'll be okay. For puzzle, lore, or perception challenges, we'll take engineer, which adds... oh, I forgot we had this. Which adds 1 more point to our trick point taking score if for unmatched tricks. Or there's 1 more unmatched trick that we don't have to worry about. I'm going to assume, which is probably not the correct thing to do, that we should go in this direction towards it. Towards that room. We can take that knight with our queen. Take that 4 with our 5. Remember, these little acid traps, like the one we just beat, now have instant death cards added to them. A locked dungeon door. I'll just leave you alone, and we're going to aim for one of these 2 doors. This hallway, there's a chance whenever you're walking through it that you will be attacked by fire. That there's like a flamethrower that emits from one of these faces. Or there could be a pit trap, which we really don't want to fall down. Power jump. Okay, we have a king in our hand, a knight of the same suit, and then a page of wands. Some okay numbers. We're going to use comp sidestep. Wasn't a face card. That doesn't help us then. Did we draw... okay, we did not draw another face. Let's play the page on that 3 to start. And I'm going to use comp sidestep again. Still not a face card. Okay, so we weren't able to use that to successfully help us here. Queen of Swords. I can't do anything about you. We can take the 3 of Cups, and we won the challenge. You quickly push off and... oh, we don't have to read that. A long time ago, some 10 of these ago, I used to think that the proper room was in the basement 3rd floor. No, basement 3rd floor is just more of this, but no other ways down beyond that. No, I think there might be even more pit traps down there that just lead to a pit. There's no room outside of the pit. It was through me eventually winning this game that I realized that the boss's room is always on the 2nd floor. A flame spurts from the devil's mouth. With a dull roar, a column of flame bursts out of the mouth of the devil's head, and you do your best to survive. You react quickly, twisting to the side and taking care not to enter an adjacent square. Remember, this can kill us. We do have some faces in our hand. 2 kings, I think, in particular. Oh, game. Okay, good. I was about to say, please give me one of the suits that I have faces for. Okay, we were able to do this. You were singed a bit, but no worse for wear. Oh, what the heck is this room? Another pit trap here. Man, they do not want us reaching this door at all. Okay, whew, thank God we had a 10 here, because we would have to use an Arcana card. Could be the right way. We have to check. You look over and see the wire pull the pin from the grenade on the wall next to you. You have seconds to react. Reflex evasion move. A few face cards. No aces this time. And we draw a Queen of Pentacles to start. I'll give you the 3. Good. I was a little nervous when I did that because I realized an Arcana card gives us all the points we need to win if I took the Queen with an Arcana, but we didn't need to do that. This could be it. Let's check. It's it! Alright! We've done it! I don't see now the game winning unless we walk into a trap and it kills us. Oh, why'd I just say that? You feel your foot press down the pressure plate and then hear the click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath you. You roll out of the way of the poison cloud using your reflexes and instincts. 5 tricks. We have a good hand. Lots of face cards. No kings. We drew 3 aces, I think, which is why we have 3 points. I'll use Calm Sidestep. Not a face card. We'll take that with our queen. And we've won the challenge. I'll do it again. Not a face card. Alright, so that doesn't help us at all. But we didn't need it in the end. You instinctively twisted roll to the side of the billowing cloud. Okay, we have made it. I highly doubt we're going to be drawing 2 story tokens while we're in this room. It's a good thing I came down here when I did, or I would have been cursing this game, just being kind of demoralized at not finding the proper way down. We also got kind of lucky that the way down was very close to this. It could have been... Man, this room could have been over here. And I would have had to... Oh god, it would have taken us a long time to reach it. So, but I don't see him being able to survive us when we find out what coffin he's in. Every few steps, you're likely to be attacked by a hunchback in this room. So we'll just blast him with a shotgun. Why not? Shotgun blast. 1 face card. I'm detecting a theme for our shotgun. We don't tend to have a good chance of apparently being up if we don't use melee for it. Let's flip cards to start. A 5. There you go. We can take a 7. Queen of Wands. I have no way to deal with you. 5 of Swords. We have no more swords cards. Page of Wands. I have no wands cards. Uh-oh. This is looking like we're going to lose this one again. We did. Maybe we won't. Let's use... Oh. Let's use the machete. This little hunchback moves pretty fast for a cripple. In short order, you are the one who looks like a gimp. Let's try that again. What the heck, little guy? Do we have no face cards in our hand? No, we have 2 wands, king and queen, 2 aces. What the heck is going on here? Why is this little guy giving me so much trouble? Let's just take that. 7 of cups. I'm going to use our Colt 45 here. Good. We lowered that one. We can now take it with our 6. We can take that with our 5. We can take that with our 9. We can take that with our king. And I can't do anything about the Queen of Swords. Give me some bullets. Thank you. Makes up for the ones we use. Makes up for using the shotgun. And we found him right away. Good. You have found him. The elder of this coven of vampires lies sleeping in his stone sarcophagus. Oh, I hit a button thinking I was taking a screenshot, and I'm not. Even though you have been preparing for this situation, I'm not using fraps, you feel a sense of dread start to overwhelm you. You're confronting a supernatural creature of exceptional power. It could snap your neck like a twig and drain you of all your blood in mere minutes. The thought is disturbing. You muster all your courage and willpower to steel yourself for the task at hand. Well, it's not a good hand to do that with. We have 1 page as our only face card, no aces, and 12 target number, and we immediately flip over a Queen of Swords. Wow. We're not going to win any of these cards, I have a feeling, everyone. Not a single one of them this time. Your mind is weak. You begin to have doubts about your chances of survival. You start to wonder if you just shouldn't run. We lost 1/4 of our sanity due to that. Thankfully, we have a Arcana card, I think, in our hand, which reduces the sanity loss we take by 2, but still, oh. You are fairly certain that you recognize this elder from your briefings on the recent campaign against the vampire covens. Only a few elders remain, and this one must be Victor. It is said that he had his own daughter sentenced to death by exposure to sunlight for some infraction against the vampire code. You will need to make your first attack count. You have the advantage with the element of surprise, but once stirred, the task of overcoming Victor could become an impossible one. Well, I don't see how we don't just kill him with attacking the elder. The game has upped the difficulty to as much as it possibly could. It's not allowed to give the difficulty of this encounter any more than 25, or any encounter 25. But thanks to those early clue tokens, we only need a 4 target number. We get 9 tricks and 16 draw. We have 11 Arcana cards. It's over. So, we've done this before. Heck, we could even use full auto. Let's do this instead, because it's just stupid. I guess this Thompson SMG is filled with wooden stakes. You pull the trigger and let loose a wall of lead. Not much will stand in your way. Target number? 1. We need to get 1 point. We have 17 draw. Assuming we even draw a single ace, we have won the encounter. And we drew a single ace and won. And despite all of those cards we drew, we only drew 2 faces. Both are queens. Let's go ahead and just use everything we've got here, right? So let's see. What does this do? Spray and pray. Bump the card value up on 2 random non-face cards in hand plus 2. When we mark 5, select the non-face card. Oh, we should wait to use that then. What else do we have? We have a cutlass and the axes are both used for cards in hand. Let's hold on to them at the moment. We can use reckless charge. 4 cards have had their values bumped down 4, and we drew 4 more cards. None of them were... Oh, we did drew 2 more face cards. Queen of Cups and a Page of Wands. That's very nice. What do we have the most of in our hand? let's target our cups with shrivel flesh. Giving us 3 pages. We can do that again, actually. So sure, let's do that again. 2 cards this time. We'll use Twist Fate. We'll go ahead and use the Third Eye. Okay, and now we can start flipping cards over. So let's flip the Knight of Pentacles, take it with our Queen. We can flip over the King of Swords, and we'll take it with an Arcana card, Temperance. Thank you for all the hard work you did. We can take this 10 of Wands with our Queen. I see a Page of Cups. We can take that with our Queen. We can take that 5 with the Page. We can take this Ace with the Page. I mean, it's been over, everyone. The moment we walked into this room, it was over. Now I just like trying to see how much over the target number we can get. We're 35 points to target number. This is. I mean, I feel bad for this poor guy. We don't even need to use anything so far. Any of our abilities. An Ace of Pentacles. We can take that with a 3. Ace of Swords. We can take that with our own Ace of Swords. 4 of Swords. Get it with our 6. And 2 of Pentacles. Justice. Actually, no, we'll use the Emperor. 49. 48 points over the target number. That was amazing. I think the most I've gotten in one of these encounters is like 86 or something over the target number. Because I had Wheel of Justice as an Arcana card. Wheel of Justice lets you clear the board, and you get to keep all the trick points that you earned previously. And I did it in an encounter like right at the very end to see if I could get like 100 points. I got very close to it. Well done. Well done. The ferocity of your attack surprises even you. All of your training has led to this moment. You quickly incapacitate the prone figure and then sever its head before it can respond. You are a legend. Now we have to do with Psychic Pushback. I should just hit accept. This doesn't matter. I don't think we have enough that will generate an instant death card. Okay, very good. Yes, there is no reason for you should flip over cards at the final encounter, especially if you're using psychic talents, because there's a chance you could lose right at the very end if you flip over the cards for the very final encounter and you use it like a psychic, and you have a lot of psychic pushback built up. So don't do it. But I like doing it because it's one last attempt the game has to kill me. Scratch 1 Vampire Elder. You gather that his name was Victor, once a Hungarian warlord of some repute. You should make your way carefully back to Odd HQ and report. Alright, not bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lotaeri and see how well we did in our archives. He didn't do as good as Serenetta Enowa did 2 years ago. Samwise was the guy we brought. Wow, everyone, look at this. What's the final score for Samwise? And what's the final score for Lotaeri? That's incredible. 1 point more over Samwise. Samwise is who we won the game with last year. Lotaeri is who we won with this year. Serenata Enowa is who we won the game with 2 years ago. And I think, yeah, she also failed 1 attempt, and then we just redid it. I was killed by a slime attack. How about that? Let's take a look and see why Lotaeri has earned 1,101 points, shall we? So first off, we have 38 health, 32 sanity, 14 swords, 6 cups, 6 wands, 6 pentacles, and 10 luck. I'm guessing that the max is 10, because I feel like we had more than 10 luck by the time we ended this game. I don't know if it's possible for us to see why we earned that score. Maybe here? We have earned we had 102 experience points left over at the end of the game. Good God. That's amazing. There's a way for me to see... Oh, decorations. This is what I wanted. Order of the Stake. For heroic achievement while hunting down and destroying the elder vampire known as Victor and his coven. Horror Challenge Hero. Awarded for winning at least 15 horror challenges. A silver star is awarded for every additional 10 challenges above the base 15. So we did a whole lot. What is that? 55? Because I see 4 here. Yep, 55 total horror challenges won. At least. We also won 55 combat challenges. With the Combat Challenge Hero, we earned... Let's see. What is this? Oh, not as much trap challenges. Awarded for winning at least 5 evade trap challenges. A silver star is awarded for every additional 5 challenges above the base 5. So 30 traps evaded. We did 25 deception challenges. We did 35 puzzle lore perception challenges. Oh, not very many lock challenges. Just 15? It must have been pick locks, I guess. Is that right? No, we hacked down... Oh, no, this is doors as well, Tim. Seen it all. Awarded for losing at least 20 sanity points. A silver star is awarded for every additional 20 points above the base 20. Questmaster. Awarded for successfully completing at least 5 quests. A silver star is awarded for every additional 5 quests completed above the base 5. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, Lotaeri. Congratulations on your victory. I thought we were losing. I was so upset when we got 3 story tokens total in that final level. Hadn't found a single secret passage. And I thought it was over, because we'd have to start doubling back to all the rooms I wasn't searching and walk along those walls to look for it. But in the end, it was just a door we didn't check, which led to other doors and which led to the way down. Thank goodness. Or man, it would have been it. So I'm thankful. I am very thankful for the game to being so kind as to not hiding the way down behind a secret passage there at the very end. Oh, it is demoralizing to reach that basement with the power you need to get through those encounters and then just not find the way down. And I wasn't willing to risk those pit traps. They would have been a mistake in the end, right? They were far too over to the right, and even if they led to other areas down on the 2nd floor basement, oh, it would not have led us to that ending room without a lot of navigating around on the 2nd floor, and I think that would have been a mistake. Those pit traps would have been greatly difficult for us to get out of. We would have had to use Arcana cards probably to get out of those pits if we didn't find a secret passage waiting for us on the other side of those, the pits that we fell down or traveled down. So, glad it worked out. It was a lot of fun in the end. I was ready to be disappointed. Glad in the end it didn't happen, because I'm a lot happier now. Not as demoralized. Great game. Thank you, Occult Chronicles, once again for giving me another year of you. It's always fun for me to play this game. Does not say it's welcome with one playthrough. Fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. I'm being the Babble. I will stop here, and I hope we see you in some other games for this Halloween season. Take care, guys, and thanks again for watching.